What is necessary to change a person is to change his awareness of himself. The story of the human race is the story of men and women selling themselves short. Human nature is not nearly as bad as it has been thought to be. A first-rate soup is more creative than a second-rate painting. What we need is a system of thought. You might even call it a religion that can bind humans together. A system that would fit the Republic of Chad as well as the United States. A system that would supply our idealistic young people with something to believe in. One's only rival is one's own potentialities. One's only failure is failing to live up to one's own possibilities. In this sense, every man can be a king and must therefore be treated like a king. Dispassionate objectivity is itself a passion for the real and for the truth. Work is that which you dislike doing but perform for the sake of external rewards. At school, this takes the form of grades. In society, it means money, status, privilege. The fact is that people are good. Give people affection and security, and they will give affection and be secure in their feelings and their behavior. Classic economic theory, based as it is on an inadequate theory of human motivation, could be revolutionized by accepting the reality of higher human needs, including the impulse to self-actualization and the love for the highest values. A musician must make music. An artist must paint. A poet must write, if he is to be ultimately at peace with himself. Marriage is a school itself. Also, having children, becoming a father changed my whole life. It taught me as if by revelation. If you plan on being anything less than you are capable of being, you will probably be unhappy all the days of your life. What a man can be, he must be. This need we call self-actualization. If you only have a hammer, you tend to see every problem as a nail. The ability to be in the present moment is a major component of mental wellness. The most stable, and therefore, the most healthy self-esteem is based on deserved respect from others, rather than on external fame or celebrity and unwarranted adulation. One can choose to go back toward safety or forward toward growth. Growth must be chosen again and again. Fear must be overcome again and again. Be independent of the good opinion of other people. I can feel guilty about the past, apprehensive about the future, but only in the present can I act. The ability to be in the present moment is a major component of mental wellness. In any given moment, we have two options: to step forward into growth or to step back into safety. If the essential core of the person is denied or suppressed, he gets sick sometimes in obvious ways, sometimes in subtle ways, sometimes immediately, sometimes later. Seeing is better than being blind, even when seeing hurts. False optimism sooner or later means disillusionment, anger, and hopelessness. If I were dropped out of a plane into the ocean and told the nearest land was 1,000 miles away, I'd still swim. And I despise the one who gave up. In a word, growth and improvement can come through pain and conflict. Obviously, the most beautiful fate, the most wonderful good fortune that can happen to any human being is to be paid for doing that which he passionately loves to do. Dispassionate objectivity is itself a passion for the real and for the truth. What you don't know has power over you. Knowing it brings it under your control and makes it subject to your choice. Ignorance makes real choice impossible. How good a society does human nature permit? How good a human nature does society permit? We fear to know the fearsome and unsavory aspects of ourselves, but we fear even more to know the God-like in ourselves. All the evidence that we have indicates that it is reasonable to assume in practically every human being, and certainly in almost every newborn baby, that there is an active will toward health, an impulse towards growth or towards the actualization. Rioting is a childish way of trying to be a man, but it takes time to rise out of the hell of hatred and frustration and accept that, to be a man, you don't have to riot. It is as necessary for man to live in beauty rather than ugliness as it is necessary for him to have food for an aching belly or rest for a weary body. You can see neurosis from below as a sickness as most psychiatrists see it, or you can understand it as a compassionate man might, respecting the neurosis as a fumbling and inefficient effort toward good ends. I'm someone who likes plowing new ground, then walking away from it. I get bored easily. For me, the big thrill comes with the discovering. Education can become a self-fulfilling activity, liberating in and of itself. Being a full human being is difficult, frightening, and problematical.